morning to distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be able to deliver a presentation in this event. I'm Farabi Yusof, Head of Smart City Plan Malaysia. Today, I'll be presenting on the topic Malaysian Smart City Framework and Development Concept. My presentation will cover three aspects as shown on screen. The first one will be Malaysia urbanization trend. Malaysia will experience the rapid growth of urban population and urbanization. The National Physical Plan 4 have projected that about 77% of the Malaysian population will reside in the cities by 2020 and expected to increase about 85% in 2040. The rapid urbanization growth requires a demanding imperative for sustainable development and better livability. The expansion of cities face a variety of challenges. Problems arising from rapid urbanization indicate a loss of basic functionalities to be a livable place. NPP4 also identifies few key urban challenges, such as increase in solid waste, energy usage, water usage, aging nation, or we call as elderly group as well, health services, and also the most recent is the flood issue that affected so many states in Malaysia. The Ministry of Housing and Local Government have launched the program named Livable Malaysia to make sure urban dwellers will be able to live in a better environment. So as part of the Livable Malaysian program, the Ministry have taken a proactive measures by introducing the Malaysian Smart City Framework back in 2019. It is a national level framework that serves as a guide and reference to local authorities as a city managers, state government, federal ministries and department as well, industrial players, academicians, and other stakeholders in planning and developing smart city in Malaysia holistically and in line with the current development. So what is smart city is all about? So based on the definition in Malaysia, Malaysians are using the cities that use ICT and technological advancement to address urban issues, including to improve quality of life, promote economic growth, develop sustainable and safe environment, and encourage efficient urban management practices. The comprehensive smart city development process encompasses four unified components, which is consumer, service, data, and digital infrastructure. Smart city is a unique approach in managing cities. So what we see around us today is a horizontal development. However, smart city work vertically as well, from the top level with the smart city, with people-centric smart city concept. The people will decide on what kind of services that and facilities needed. It then go to the second level, second tiers, the kind of services that being provided. And the third tier is the data being generated by all those services. And the last level is the prerequisite to the smart city, the digital infrastructure, to ensure the whole system works well. Big data is often discussed in the context of international development and improving the urban environment. But what exactly is a big data? So what can it be used? Why it is a fundamental component of the smart city? Big data play an important role in smart cities. Cities can process data from IoT devices and sensors to recognize patterns and needs. Smart city use IoT devices such as connected sensors, lights, meters to collect and analyze data. The cities then use this data to improve infrastructure, public utility services, and more. So what is Malaysian Smart City Framework actually? So Malaysian Smart City Framework is a national level framework that serves as a guide and reference to local authorities in planning their smart cities in general. It can be considered as a smart cities textbook for Malaysia. So the Malaysian Smart City Framework launched by the ministry in 2015 consists of 16 policies, 36 strategies, and 112 initiatives and 92 indicators. Smart governance, there is 7 components, and the first component is smart government. So smart governments or governance emphasize on the aspect of service digitalization, e-government, to increase the level of efficiency and effectiveness of service, as well as emphasizing the aspect of open data and data sharing to improve the delivery system, service transparency, integration, and access to real-time data. E-Government Development Index, EGDI for Online Services Index, achievement in 2020 ranks Malaysia 24th out of 193 countries, and number 9 in Asia and second in Southeast Asia. So we hope we can improve this. Smart economy emphasizes on the aspect of digital economy to increase productivity through e-commerce and the adoption of innovative technology and digital payment. In addition, this component also encourages innovation through platforms such as smart city incubators to produce more startup entrepreneurs and innovators. Smart mobility emphasis on smart transport management, such as intelligent transport system, through the use of IoT and AI, digital mobility platform such as journey planner, ride sharing, car sharing, as well as encourage the use of low carbon mobility such as micro mobility vehicle, for example, e-scooters, moped, bicycle, e-bikes, EV car, and EV bus. Environmental management through the real-time data relate to the monitoring and management of the solid waste, water quality, air quality, and disaster risk management. Resource management, for example, improve the energy efficiency and promote renewable energy resources, and resilient and low carbon cities as well, promote the concept of low carbon urban development and green lifestyle, such as green building and building retrofitting. Smart living, the next component is smart living, emphasis on the creating a quality housing environment through the smart and low carbon building design, such as application of energy efficiency aspect, rainwater harvesting, and building automation system. Apart from that, action to strengthen emergency response through the crime mapping and also the application of safe city design or crime prevention through environmental design in the development and integration with the integrated command center are also emphasized in this component. While health services through digital technology such as e-health patient monitoring system, hospital management system, and digital panic button also introduced in this component. For the next component, smart people, talented community capitals focus on digital talent and skills, focusing on STEM and TVET and also industry collaboration as well. Another part is beside the talented human capital is smart communities. These smart communities strive to empowering communities through digital technology and encouraging communities to participate in the decision making. This component, the smart digital infrastructure, is the most important component that need to be emphasized to increase connectivity through a comprehensive high-speed broadband coverage in line with the aspiration of the digital network plan, or what we call as Jendela. Having said that, the biggest question now, how we measure the smartness of the city, especially in Malaysia. So at the global level, ISO have published more than 22,000 international standards and related documents that represent globally recognized guidelines and framework based on the international collaboration. Built around consensus, they provide a solid base on which innovation can thrive and also essential tool to help government, industry, and consumer contribute to the achievement of every SDG. So as part of the implementation under the strategy of Malaysian Smart City Framework, the Ministry of Housing and Local Government through Plan Malaysia have introduced the Malaysian standard on smart city indicators to measure the smartness of the city and to establish a standard that recognizes smart city status which globally accepted and benchmark. Plan Malaysia is working together with the national standard body, the Department of Standard Malaysia, and other stakeholders to develop Malaysian standard on smart city indicator, or what we call as ISO 37122/2019, through identical adoption. These standards have been approved by the Minister of International Trade and Industry on the 9th December last year. So these are the simplified indicators based on the city indicators in ISO 37122. There are 80 indicators under the 19 city indicators. The indicators under this standard are also highlighted on the future built environment. For example, building equipped with a smart water meter and smart energy meter, the road network equipped with the real-time online traffic alert and information. The provision of garbage bin equipped with the sensors and few others. So the future built environment should equip, this is for example for smart building. So the future of built environment should be equipped with a smart building element that use technology to enable efficient and economical use of resources while creating a safe and comfortable environment for occupants. Smart buildings may use a wide range of existing technology that are designed or retrofit in a way that allow for integration of future technological development. IoT, sensors, building management system, artificial intelligence, and augmented reality are amongst some of the mechanisms and robotics that may be used in the smart building to control and optimize its performance. Smart building should also have smart energy meter and smart water meter that help to record and display the consumption of energy and water of building in real time. Besides, the development of future should come with the street lighting managed by a light performance management system that will help to contribute to higher energy efficiency and can optimize the use of energy. The basic idea behind the green building is to carve out the fine technique and skill to bring down the effect on the environment and human health to a lesser degree, and by promoting the optimal use of renewable resources. For example, using sunlight through passive solar, active solar, and photovoltaic equipment, and using plants and trees through green roof, rain garden, reduction of rainwater wastage. This is one of the nature-based solution that we are trying to implement. So in line with the ISO 37122, the emphasis on two elements at the moment. One is smart green building, the need to have a green building and to refurbish old building which is unsustainable, and smart street lighting, also to refurbish old lighting to a smarter one. Smart transportation and smart city traffic management are revolutionize how cities approach mobility and emergency response while reducing congestion on city streets with sensors, advanced communication technology, automation, and high-speed network. The Smart City Indicator Standard highlight on real-time online traffic alerts and information public transport lines with publicly accessible real-time system, public transport with unified payment system, public parking space with e-payment system, parking spaces with real-time availability system, autonomous vehicles, and electric vehicle charging station. Smart waste management also focus on the solving the previously mentioned solid waste management problem using the sensors, telemetering, intelligent monitoring system, and mobile application. The first smart waste management solution is to make the waste collection process more efficient using sensors and all the ICT equipment. Smart city indicators also highlight on the waste drop-off centers with telemetering, amount of the waste used to generate energy, public garbage bin that are sensor enabled, and also city electrical and electronic waste that is recycled. With the adoption of ISO 37122, basically in Malaysia, we see that it is just the beginning of our journey in the development of smart city standard. We see that ISO 37122 can be used in three different perspectives. The first one will be the strategic viewpoint. It can be used as a tool for smart city project planning at the local levels and to set their priorities based on the local context. For monitoring aspect, especially at the federal level, these indicators can be used to assess the maturity of a smart city implementation, and finally, as a recognition tools that this standard will be used as evaluation and recognition tool to measure the smartness of the city. As a part of the conclusion, the development of the smart city standard are very important to provide as a guide and strategic planning for all related agencies to deploy advanced technology-based solutions to help to combat the worst case impact due to the COVID-19 pandemic by monitoring the health, safety, and living standard of the citizen. There is an opportunity for us to further develop a lot of standards with regard to the people-centric smart city to accelerate the smart city implementation in Malaysia. I would like to use this platform also to welcome the relevant parties to use this standard as a reference in developing any kind of standard in the future. Next, please. Next slide. All the benefit. As part of the conclusion as well, we are embracing this tier of mainstreaming the smart city in Malaysia. So we know that in Malaysia, we have the 3 tiers of planning. at the federal levels, national planning, regional, states, and also the local planning. So these three tiers are very important, and in every tiers we have our own document as a guidance and reference in smart city. For example, at the ministerial level, we have Malaysian Smart City Framework. At the state level, we are encouraging state to establish their smart city blueprint, and at the lowest level, at the local level, the most important level, we encourage for them to establish or formulate a smart city action plan, which is more action-oriented blueprint that can be implemented by the local government. Okay, next. All the benefit that have been described earlier will not be achieved if this smart city is not fully planned and implemented. So that's why I stress the smart city planning is very important. To ensure that the benefit of the smart city are enjoyed optimally, there are several factors that influence the implementation of a smart city, such as the first one, smart city planning, strategically and systematically with goal setting, phase smart solution planning, and stakeholder involvement. Smart planning is a de-siloed effort. Smart partnership enhance the commitment and cooperation of various agencies, including the government, industry players, startup, entrepreneurs, and innovators in implementing a smart city agenda. Next is public involvement and participation. This is very important to ensure the implementation of the smart city affect the population and the people, what we call as a people-centric smart city. Next is using appropriate technologies. We know that technologies is very dynamic, such as IoT, cloud computing, big data, AI, machine learning, help address urban challenges according to the locality of an area. The second last is smart data sharing and integration. Smart cities cannot be on their own, which is what we call as a silos, and require data sharing, integration, and open data for the benefit of all parties. Smart digital infrastructure, communication infrastructure need to be improved to ensure the level of coverage, speed, and quality of connectivity, because connectivity is prerequisite and precondition in the development of smart city. So I believe that's all for my sharing, and I hope you enjoy, and thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.